Hi, I'm Craig Wilson, and I'm with Dr. Robert Exman. Now, Doc, you know I'm going to be excited about this topic. I'm a mattress nerd, and we finally get to talk about the equipment that will help us sleep better. Now, first in that is the mattress. So, from a sleep perspective, what are we looking for in the right mattress?
Yeah, the research is really clear on this, Craig.
Okay.
It's about support, and maybe support, right?
Okay.
We know that support is probably the primary thing that we need to be able to manage long-term for somebody with the right mattress.
Right.
But it's also about pressure relief, and especially for somebody who's in that side sleeping position, we need to be able to manage that pressure relief. And then the other thing is managing temperature. We have to be able to dissipate heat at night. We have to manage the temperature that we naturally generate at night.
So let's start with the first one, support, or support.
Yeah.
Now, when I think of support, I think of it as coming from the core of the mattress. In essence, that core has to be strong enough to hold my body straight-ish.
Yeah.
Do I have that technically right?
Well, maybe not. And again, I'm used to seeing those kind of graphics where we see these straight lines down
Right.
people. But
Right.
I really don't think that's exactly what happens tonight. I'm talking about maintaining some type of neutral support and optimizing that no matter what position we're in. Because if you think about it, we're all different positions tonight. We're throwing a leg over, we're raising our arms
Right.
above our head. So we're doing a lot of things. So we're not necessarily going to be in this straight position. And then the thing comes around this REM sleep and really throws a wrench into it. So now
Yeah.
suddenly we lose all the muscle tone that provides support for our body. And now the mattress becomes the surrogate for those muscles in our back. So we have
Okay.
to make sure that our mattress is absolutely proper, even REM sleep, non-REM sleep, all night long, optimizing support no matter what position we're in.
Okay, but so we do need the support to support our body, but how does better support help us sleep better?
Well, actually, the research, again, clear. Okay, if we're supporting our body properly, or at least optimizing the support that we have, we're going to reduce the chance that we're going to get pain at night. Again,
Okay.
our body likes neutral posture, this posture that
Right.
people like to maybe graphically show. But again, we don't sleep like that all night. So what happens is we have things called nociceptors. Nociceptors are those things that indicate where we're at in space. It's our proprioceptors. It allows us to know where we're at. And if we're not in this optimal support range, okay, we're not in this neutral posture, then the nociceptors begin to fire. We sense that as pain.
Right.
We wake up, make a movement, go back to sleep. And unfortunately, if that happens enough at night, it begins to fragment our sleep, reduces the quantity and quality of our sleep, and we're just not going to get the sleep we need for the time we're spending in bed.
Okay, now we need a supportive mattress, but does a supportive mattress mean I need a firm bed?
Absolutely not. And again, I don't know whether to blame maybe the mattress industry from years ago that said you have to have a firm mattress to be supportive,
Right.
or maybe it's just an old wives' tale from years and years ago that happened. But we don't need that. Actually, this firmness, we could take anyone and do a progression of firmness of mattresses, and everyone would go, yeah, that one's firmer than that one.
Right.
But if you just look at it individually, if we think about when a 250-pound person lies on a mattress and says that's soft,
Right.
if you put a 125-pound person on it, they may go, no,
it's
that's actually firm to
firm.
them.
I gotcha.
So it's
Yeah.
about how far they sink into this mattress is what they feel. A bigger person's going to sink further than a lighter person.
Okay, so support really means whatever's right for us.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on then to your second factor, and that's about pressure relief. Now, some may get that confused with the term comfort. What's the difference between pressure relief and comfort?
Yeah, so comfort again is a very subjective term, and some people may like the comfort of a firm bed. They may
Right.
find that that's, and
Okay.
it's based on maybe even cultures. We know that
Right.
the Asian culture actually prefers what feels firmer to them. Right?
Okay.
Now that
From a comfort perspective.
From a comfort
Okay,
standpoint, that
yeah.
may be what's comfortable to them.
Right.
All right. So we can't take that away from them. We just have to find the right support for them based upon whatever that firmness that they like to feel. Some of the Northern European cultures, they like something that's very soft.
Right.
And we need to be very, very, very conscious of that, because the joints and the especially for side sleepers, when I'm lying on my side all night long, we need pressure relief. That's the amount of pressure that's being applied to it.
I gotcha.
And if I have too much pressure on those joints night after night after night, those side sleepers are going to develop what we call idiopathic shoulder and hip pain. We don't know why it's causing it. They're just suddenly getting it. Back sleepers, they may not be as critical to that pressure relief because we're distributing our weight over a larger area.
I got you. So in pressure relief, we're actually talking about that pressure against your shoulder and your hip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, reducing the amount of pressure or being in the right comfort, whatever we find comfortable, will that help us sleep better?
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things we know, comfort, subjectively, it doesn't matter what the firmness of the mattress is. If a customer comes in and they buy what they think is comfortable, we see what's called a decrease in sleep latency. It's the amount of time it takes you to fall asleep. So if Craig buys a new mattress, I don't care what it is, if Craig lies down and says, I love this mattress, it's the right one, I think, for me, even if it's not supportive, even if it doesn't have pressure relief, the first few nights, you'll actually fall asleep quicker. It's got that sleep latency. Over time, if it's not the right support or it's too much pressure on your shoulders and hip, you will start developing fragmented sleep from that. And suddenly that sleep latency kind of goes away and now you're mad. You bought the wrong mattress. And we hear it all the time. They loved it when they were laying on it in the store, but then they got it home and after 2 or 3 weeks, it was suddenly the worst mattress possible in the world. So that's what's going on around sleep latency. Support, that's kind of what helps you fall asleep, or stay asleep and maintain sleep all night and wake up without pain, especially low back pain in the morning. So shoulder and hip pain, probably pressure relief, that comfort that we have, right? Low back pain is around support, making sure we're supporting that, especially during REM sleep.
Okay, so comfort helps us fall asleep and support helps us stay asleep.
Absolutely.
Now, you mentioned the third main component was some sort of temperature management within the mattress. Tell me more about that. How does managing temperature help us sleep?
Well, again, temperature actually disrupts sleep more than noise in an environment.
Wow.
So we've all had a fever at night where we weren't able to probably sleep very well because we couldn't decrease our core body temperature. We need a change. We need a decrease in core body temperature to fall asleep and maintain sleep all night. When it's time to wake up, our core body temperature is back up on its rise. So what we need to do is we don't need to actively necessarily manage this temperature. We don't need to cool the body down. What we need to allow this thing naturally happen is to dissipate heat.
Gotcha.
So not only through the mattress, but remember in the pillow as well. We want to dissipate our heat through our head, through the pillow, and our body. Just get rid of body heat that allow us to maintain the sleep that we need all night.
I gotcha. Okay, so as we're talking about the equipment, the mattress itself's got to have the right support, the right pressure relief, and some way to manage or dissipate that heat. Now, you mentioned a little bit about the pillow. Let's talk about that. That's our second piece of the equipment. Now, some of us don't put a lot of thought into how we buy pillows. I know for me, the last time I bought a pillow, I went into some big retail store, stood in the aisle with some big, fat, very inexpensive pillow and thought, okay, tried it right there standing in the aisle. Is this right? Is this right? How am I doing? Is that the right way to find a pillow?
Well, actually, you just failed. Because if you're trying out a pillow while you were standing, that's a little like trying on a pair of shoes and never standing on them.
Okay.
Right? So we need to actually lie down to make sure it's the right pillow for us. So we need to.
What makes it the right pillow?
And it's really, again, it's that right support for us. Again, meaning that neutral support, no matter what position that we're in. So we need to fill this gap in a side sleeping position from the shoulder to the head. In a back sleeping position, we don't need a great deal of pillow. Right? It is going to change based on the mattress. If we have a firm mattress, we're going to probably need more pillow because we don't sink in as far. If it's a soft mattress, we're going to probably need a little bit less pillow. So more pillow when it's firm, less pillow when it's soft. And then again, we need to make sure it's adaptable. Even if you say you sleep in the exact same position all night, we need to make sure this thing's adaptable to no matter what position you're in.
Okay, so we have the right sleep equipment. We need the right mattress with the right support, pressure relief in that mattress, and some way to manage the temperature. But then we also need a pillow that fits not only us, but how we sleep.
Yeah, the position you change in at night.
Really appreciate your advice today. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Craig.